First of all, I don't love getting critical feedback about much of anything, if I'm being honest. I am not great about receiving even well-meaning criticism at all. But feedback on my writing, especially, is difficult for me for some reason. To be clear, I don't actually think I'm God's gift to the written word or anything like that, but there's something about having people critique the way my brain operates as it's splayed out on the paper or on the screen in the form of sentences and paragraphs. There's something about that that feels a little too personal to me. I'd like it if you could just read what I write and clap, please. Simple applause will do. But there is one piece of feedback on my writing that I've gotten more than anything else over the years. I write I and me too much. In fact, already in what I've said to you, I've said the words I or me 12 times. The lesson editors have tried to gently teach me over and over, I can be a little self-centered. There's this meditation I've been trying, a mantra of loving kindness from the Buddhist tradition. It goes like this. May all beings be happy. May all beings be without disease. May all beings experience the sensation of sacred joy. Repeat it over and over. May all beings be happy. May all beings be without disease. May all beings experience the sensation of sacred joy. This practice, this blessing, kind of deconstructs my perceived individualism. It tears away at the myth of my separateness from everyone else. It chips slowly at my selfishness and my self-centeredness. There's another phrase I'm trying to incorporate into my prayer life. It's from a poem written by Vietnamese Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh. You are me and I am you. Isn't it obvious that we enter are? I was reflecting on the book of Acts in the Bible recently. There's a lot in there about how the early Christians saw themselves as kind of a collective. They shared everything. They were deeply interconnected. Here's a bit from Acts chapter 2. All the believers were together and had everything in common. They sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Every day they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts. It's clear to me that we are meant for togetherness. The sages always try to help us gather with their wisdom. They are encouraging us to reduce the frequency of I and me in the way we show up in the world. We are meant to gather together. We are meant to get a group of people together at a coffee shop or in our living rooms and be together. We are meant to share, to commune, to connect. The magnetism drawing us together is God's gentle beckoning. But here we are, alone on our phones, typing out I and me in the hopes that we'll get applause and feel some momentary wisp of sacred community. Let's change that, shall we? Let's reach out and gather in community. Let's create connection and discussion and feel our interconnectedness fully. You are me, I am you. Isn't it obvious that we enter are? Here's a short blessing. Loving God, who we sense so strongly in our togetherness, help us gather. Help us find each other so that we might know ourselves through our shared existence. May all be happy. May all be without illness. May all experience the sensation of sacred joy. May we hear our divine call to togetherness. So be it. Amen. Between is about you. Take this message into your life this week and fill the space between you and the people around you with God's sacred light. Gather together, be together with one another, start a between group, get people together to talk about this idea. Our world needs you to do it. My favorite church is the space between people. Now go with God's love and create the church between.